How should you care for your lilac? I'm going to walk you through several tips and tricks on what I recommend for a lilac. When trimming my lilac, I want to look for the first set of new leaves. Now there's itty bitty ones here, but they're coming off of the main flower. I'm not going to save those, but I want to go down to the first set of good leaves. You can see these are developing pretty well right here, and I'm going to snip right there. Looking at my lilac, I have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, there's a lot. So yes, I'm going to go through each one of these and do that whole process of snipping and trimming the dead buds, pruning my lilac all throughout, and making sure that I'm giving it good support with the good branches right here to produce a second bloom. Yes, I'm going to get a second bloom of my lilac by trimming off these dead flowers now. And of course my puppy dog is always by my side, getting in the way. Here's a good example. This is a huge branch coming out, but all it did was produce flowers and nothing else. I'll show you, actually, let me show you. Here, if you take a look, all these new branches are shooting out right here. So here's a new branch. And then this is just by itself, so I'm going down as far as I can to snip right here. That way it's not sending any more energy up this branch or stem. This particular lilac is called a bloomerang. It has 2 sets of blooms. It'll do one in the early spring and then one towards about middle of summer. I made sure to give it a good amount of space because this will get anywhere between 4 to 6 feet tall and wide. It's best planted in zones between 3 and 7. I'm a zone 5, 6-ish, so this is the perfect condition for it. It's not as good in super hot weather. It does, it is one that loses its leaves in the fall and then regains everything in the springtime. When planting a lilac, how much sun does a lilac need? I highly recommend to try and give it full sun. They can do a little bit of partial shade, but the more shade it's put in is the less flowers you get. So if you want, the most blooms as possible, definitely try and put it in 100% sun. You want your soil to be able to hold moisture, but drain properly. I have sandy soil, but what I also did was I added some compost, a bit of clay soil, which holds a little bit of moisture, but then also allows it to drain. If it kind of gets flooded with water or the water retains, then it starts getting root rot. Do you have to fertilize your lilac? Lilacs are one of the hardiest plants out there, and they're extremely low maintenance. Even if you didn't want to prune them, you really don't have to. You can let them grow however you please. But for their soil, they really don't need to be fertilized. They're pretty open and accepting of many types of soil conditions. Just as long as you don't produce root rot, you just have to make sure that's drained down there. The bloomerang has become one of the more popular lilacs because it has literally a double bloom. Like I mentioned earlier, you'll get one in the spring and then you'll get one in the summer, as long as you prune it. Some of the other popular lilacs are the Kim or Kimi lilac, the Korean lilac. There's also common lilac. That's the lilac that you will almost see in every yard because that's the one that kind of first existed, and then everything was kind of altered to create, people's desires, like the bloomerang. The common lilac is the one that has the strongest smelling flowers. Those are the ones in the springtime, you get that really sweet smell in the air. That's from a common lilac. They mostly come in a light purple or a dark purple, but one of my personal favorite is actually the white lilac. It has beautiful, beautiful, bright white flowers, and it's harder to find. It's not as common, but it's one of my favorites. The common lilac allows you to actually cut the flowers off and put them in a vase. I've done this before, and it's lasted anywhere between a week and 3 weeks sitting in a vase of water and having that beautiful smell in your home. If you're wondering if you have a common lilac, just take a look at the leaves. They're really light leaves, very flimsy, but then they almost have a slight heart shape to them, just like this. When I planted my new lilac, I made sure to cut out a hole twice the size of the existing container. Then I filled that hole in with water. That way I can moisten the soil. Then I put compost in with the lilac. That allowed for fresh soil, and then the existing soil went right on top. I appreciate you watching. I love talking about plants and giving informative information. Definitely follow and subscribe, and I can't wait to see you next time. Ready? Now that you know how to do it, come on. Come on. Oh, darn it, I missed. Come here. She can't pick it up. She can't pick it up. Ready? Boop. Oh, darn it. Cheater. Come here. Come. Stay. Stay. Good girl. Ready. Stop. Let it go. Oh my gosh, it went to the lily again. You cheater! Come on! Oh, now you have to go across the water. You cheater! Now you're using the boat.